This is V. Sirisha, Associate Professor, Government City College. Today's lesson is Financial Statement Analysis. I am going to teach about the introduction part of Financial Statement Analysis. What is Financial Statement Analysis? Introduction of about the financial statements. Here we will be preparing the final accounts in the sole trader. We also have been exposed to the final accounts prepared by corporates. The accounts prepared by a business are its financial statements. So, financial statements in simple terms refers to a set of reports and schedules or notes that an accountant prepares at the end of financial period for a business enterprise. So, according to the introduction part, so financial statements are the reports prepared by the company's management to present the financial performance of a position at a point of time. In general purpose, set of financial statements usually include a balance sheet, income statements of owner's equity, and statement of cash flows. So these statements are prepared to give users outside of the company like investors, creditors, more information about the company's financial position. So here publicly traded companies are also required to present these statements along with others to regulator agencies in a timely manner. Coming to the meaning, financial statements are historical documents. They'll be showing a summary of financial performance of an organization for a specified period, and it will be showing the financial position at the end of the period. Financial statements are the main source of financial information for the decision makers. So that is why financial accounting and reporting places a high emphasis on the accuracy, reliability, and relevance of the information on these financial statements. Coming to the here, the preparation of financial statements is the next step in the accounting cycle. So we will take a look at the first before getting into the whole process for you to have a picture of what we are trying to produce in an accounting system. So these financial statements are the end product reports of accounting. So these will be prepared for the summarizing phase of the accounting. So, a complete set of financial statements is made up of 5 components, that is, income statement, statement of changes in equity, a balance sheet, a statement of cash flows, and a notes to financial statements. So, these are the complete 5 components. First one is an income statement, a statement of changes in equity, a balance sheet. Fourth one is statement of cash flows and notes to financial statements. So financial statements refer to a specific set of reports produced in an entity accounting system. The main objective of these reports is to provide information about that particular organization. So, what are the components of financial statements? As earlier I have already informed that as per the Companies Act of 2013, a financial statements include 5 components. One is statement of comprehensive income, statement of financial position, statement of cash flows, statement of changes in equity or capital, and the notes to financial statements. So these are the 5 components. Coming to the again explanation about these 5 things. So a complete set of financial statements First one is statement of financial position. So here we can call it as balance sheet. So here the statement of balance sheet or the position statement we can call it as this balance sheet represents an entity assets, liabilities and capital as of the given point in time. So this report shows the entity's financial position and condition. Hence, we can also call it as statement of financial position. So all assets amounts are added, all liabilities and capital accounts are also added. The total amount of assets should be equal to the total amounts of liabilities plus capital. So this balance sheet shows the financial position or the condition of the company as in a particular period. So it is also called as statement of financial position. So financial positions pertain to the resources owned and controlled by the company, that is assets, and the claims against them, that is the liabilities and capital. Hence, if you have a report that presents a company's assets, liabilities and capital, then you are probably looking at a company's balance sheet. So, the explanation here about the statement of financial position. We can also call it as a balance sheet. Balance sheet will be showing us the financial position or the what is the condition of a company. So that is the reason why it is known to be as the statement of financial position. So here the balance sheet starts with the heading, which will be consisting of 3 lines. The first line will be stating the name of the company. The second line will be describing about the title of the report, and the third line states the date of the report. Now coming to the notice, the third line of the worded will be like this. Unlike the other companies of the financial statements which cover a span of time, so it will be stating for the period of or for the period ended. So this will be the third line. The balance sheet presents the information as of a certain date at a specific point of time. So, for example, the contents of the balance sheet pertaining to the financial condition of a company, for example, is 31st December 2019. So, this would be the third line. A balance sheet summarizes the assets, liabilities and the capital of the company. So, assets refer to the properties owned and controlled by the company. Liabilities are the obligations, that is creditors, lenders, etc. And the capital represents the portion left for the owners of the business after liabilities are paid. So for details about the assets, liabilities and capital, the elements of accounting you can go through. Now coming to the next explanation part is assets and liabilities are being classified as either current or non-current assets. Current assets are properties that will be converted into cash within 12 months or within the operating cycle of the business. Current liabilities are due within 12 months or within the operating cycle. Non-current assets and non-current liabilities are those that do not meet the that cannot be converted into cash within 12 months or within the operating cycle. So this is about the current assets, current liabilities, non-current assets and non-current liabilities. Now coming to the total assets and total liabilities and capital should always be equal in the statement of financial position. Now, the balance sheet may be presented in two forms, that is account form and report form, that have been discussed in the further slides. So, in account form, assets are presented first and then followed by, in the account form, assets are presented on the left side while the liabilities and the capital are presented on the right side. And in report form, assets are presented first and then followed by liabilities and capital. So these the examples have been presented in the further slides. So good accounting form suggests that a single line is drawn every time an amount is computed. It signifies that a mathematical operation has been completed. The total assets and total liabilities and capital amounts are double ruled. Coming to the balance sheet. Balance sheet in account form. So the account form is similar to the presentation of debits and credits. Normally in accounting you will see debits on the left and credits on the right. In accounting form, instead of debits, assets will show on the left, and on the right, instead of credits, you will be seeing the liabilities and equity. So this balance sheet format example have been given in the next slide. Some of the headings and accounting terms, for example, current assets and current liabilities, we will look at in more detail in the next slide. The main principle at this stage is just to be board the layout. So this shows assets on the left with liabilities and equity shown on the right. So this is the accounting form. Here the balance sheet will be shown like this. To the left side, all the assets, that is current assets, and inventory, accounts receivable, bank cash. So I did not place all the items on in this accounting form because the slide is not enough to fit all the items. And to the right side you will be shown the liabilities. Coming to the report form, a report form balance sheet is on that simply represents the information in a vertical format. So the assets, liabilities, owner's equity in the business are presented in a vertical fashion. And published set of accounts, the report form is more common. It is easier to show comparative figures. So if you can imagine a list of balances beside each heading, it would be easy to add a comparative figures for a previous period right beside it. So this is all for now in the post balance sheet. The example have been given in the next slide. So the next we will be seeing the report form of the balance sheet. So this is the report form of the balance sheet. Here all the assets, whether it may be current assets, non-current assets, will be placed on the top, and will be long-term assets, and the current assets will be totaled, and total assets will be placed, and below it you will be getting the current liabilities and long-term liabilities, and the total of the liabilities and the owner's equity will be added to the total assets and total liabilities. Total liabilities plus owner's equity should be equal to the total assets. So this is the report form of balance sheet. Now coming to the second component of financial statements is statement of income and expenditure. Here you are seeing the income statement is also known as profit and loss statement. So this statement, results of operations of an entity over a particular period will be shown. The income statement presents the period's income and period's expenses, and the results which we will be getting through this profit and loss statement is the net income or net loss. So here we will be preparing the statement of comprehensive income, which will be giving the company's results of operations, that is either net income or loss. So this comprehensive income, the company has no other comprehensive income. The contents of the income statement and statement of comprehensive income will be the same. So other comprehensive income includes gains and losses that cannot be reported in the income statement, such as revaluation surplus, translation adjustments, unrealized gains for a particular period. So comprehensive income is covered in higher financial accounting studies. So now we are going with the income statement, which is also referred to as profit and loss statement. So this has been explained. It presents an entity's revenues and organization's expenses, which will be the result will be net income or net loss. Coming to the explanation, here you can see the explanation. The income statement shows the net income or net loss of a business. So this is achieved by deducting all expenses from all incomes. A typical income statement starts with a heading which consists of 3 lines. The first line presents the name of the company, the second line describes the title of the report, and the third states the period covered in the report. Here, the third line is worded with for the year ended 31st December 2019. The amounts presented in the report are incomes and expenses from January 1st, 2019 to December 31st, 2019. So here the income statement presents expenses and the income accounts is service revenue. In income accounts of service type, business includes professional fees, rent income, tuition fees, etc. Expenses are presented after the income accounts. So it is good to practice arrange expenses according to amount, largest to smallest. Some users who are interested in the company's expenses are concerned about the size of each expense and then arrange the expenses from largest to smallest. Here miscellaneous expenses or sundry expenses will be presented at the last. Income exceeds expenses. There is a net income. If expenses exceed income, there is a net loss. So if income exceeds expenses, there is net income. If expenses exceed income, there will be net loss. So the computations are presented in the income statements. A single line is drawn every time an amount is computed. In income statement compiles with the accrual basis of accounting. Income is recognized when earned regardless of when collected. Expenses are recognized when incurred regardless of when paid. This means that income and expenses present in the income statement have been earned and incurred. Nonetheless, it does not mean that they have all been collected or paid. Here, International Accounting Standards suggest that companies should present other comprehensive income in the financial statement. A statement of comprehensive income shows the contents of an income statement followed by a list of other comprehensive income, whatever it may be. Now coming to the format of statement of profit and loss account. See, in this format you are able to watch that statement of profit and loss account is the first title, and the second title is name of the company will come in the second line, and third line profit and loss statement for the year ended, and the date will be appearing there and in rupees. So like this the statement would be, and the particulars there will be 4 columns. First is the number of the item, and the second column is particulars, and the third one is figure at the end of the current reporting period, figures at the end of the previous reporting period. So these were the like this the columns would be, and the first item would be the revenue from operations, and the second other incomes, and the third is total revenues. That is the total of first column, and the second item will be the total revenue. And coming to the fourth item is expenses. First all the revenues will be placed, and we will be adding up the total revenues that will come in the third column, third row, and the fourth row starts with the expenses. So all the expenses will be taken, and total expenses will be done in the fifth row, and the sixth row would be the exceptional items, and seventh row profit before extraordinary items, that is fifth minus sixth. You will be getting the profit before extraordinary items and tax. And then the eighth column would be the extraordinary expenses, and the ninth column would be the profit before tax, that is seventh minus eighth. And then comes tax expenses. Ninth one would be the 10th one is tax expenses, and 11th one is profit for the period form. So when you do the problem, you will understand these items, how to calculate them. So this is how the format of statement of profit and loss would be. So by this, the end of the lesson. This is the end of the session.